is Joyce. Welcome to your Vinyasa Flow practice. Today we're working on our hips, working towards the Pigeon pose. Now the Pigeon pose is a hip opener pose designed to release any tension you have in your hips. We store a lot of tension both physically and emotionally in our hips. So the invitation today is, as we flow through practice, to think about what in your life you can release, you can let go of. Think about what in your life no longer serves you. 2 blocks is helpful for practice, but if you don't have it, that's also okay. So when you're ready, come find a seated position on your mat, sit nice and tall, and close down the eyes. We'll take a few minutes to arrive. Notice the sounds that are far away. Notice the sounds that are nearby. Might be the sound of traffic. And then notice the sounds in your interior. Notice the sounds of your heartbeat. Notice the sound of your inhale and of your exhale. Open your eyes when you're ready, and we'll start with some neck stretches. With your right hand, gently bring your right ear close to your right shoulder. Feel that lengthening in the left side of your neck. On your next inhale, see if you can bend any deeper. Wonderful. And release. We'll do the other side. On your left hand, gently bring your left ear towards your left shoulder and feel that lengthening on the right side of your neck. Inhale, exhale, bend deeper. Beautiful. Release. When you're ready, come join me in a 4-point position. So your hands are firmly planted on the ground, shoulder width apart, stacked directly underneath your shoulders. Your knees are hip width apart, stacked directly underneath your hips. And we'll cycle through a few cat-cows. On your next inhale, dip your belly and puff your chest. Exhale, chin to chest, reverse that spine. One more time, dip that belly, puff that chest. Exhale, reverse, chin to chest. And we'll come back into neutral. And we'll walk our hands all the way to the top of the mat. Drop your chest, and your chin or your forehead might found the ground into your puppy pose. 2 breaths here. Excellent. And then your knees are going to walk all the way to the back of your mat so that you're prostrating and your belly is lying flat on the ground. You'll bring your hands outside of your mat, tent your fingers. With your feet firmly planted on the ground, bring your chest to the sky. Exhale, come down. One more time, inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. Last one, inhale, chest to the sky. Exhale, come down. Beautiful. And we'll come back into our 4-point position. And we'll tuck our toes, straighten our legs, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Make sure your hands are planted firmly on the ground. See if you can bring your heels any closer to the ground. Given this is your first downward facing dog, you might want to pedal your feet out. See what feels good. And then find a moment of stillness in this downward facing dog. On your next inhale, we'll cycle through some vinyasa. Your right foot comes to the top of your mat, your left foot follows it, and you come halfway lift with your chest with a flat back, and then bow all the way forward. Sweep your arms to the sky, and bring your hands into heart center, Tadasana. Take one breath here. Exhale. On your next inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Swan dive all the way to the ground. Halfway lift. Plant your hands. Step your left foot to the back of your mat and then your right foot into your plank position. And then come halfway down, Chaturanga. Untuck your toes, straighten your arms into your upward facing dog. And then retuck your toes, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. On your next inhale, step your right foot to the top of your mat, left foot follows, halfway lift with the flat back, slight bend in your knees, bow all the way forward. Sweep your arms to the sky and bring your hands into heart center, Tadasana. Take one breath here. Exhale. On your next inhale, sweep your arms to the sky, swan dive to the ground, come halfway lift the flat back, plant your hands, step back into a plank position. Lower halfway, Chaturanga, untuck the toes, straighten your arms, upward facing dog. And then step back into downward facing dog. Beautiful. We'll take 2 deep breaths here. On your next inhale, sweep your right foot all the way to the sky. Bend your knee and open up your hips into a beautiful hip opener. And then step your right foot to the top of your mat, bend your left knee and lower it to the ground. Sweep your arms to the sky, Anjaneyasana. Now make sure your knee here is at a 90-degree angle, that your knee is directly above your ankle. And bring your hands to the ground, frame your front foot, and straighten that front leg. Rebend that front knee, sweep your arms to the sky, this time cactus your arms, and puff your chest to the sky for a slight back bend. And bring your hands to frame your front foot. Step back into your 4-point position. Straighten those legs, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, step your right foot to the top of your mat, your left foot, halfway lift with the flat back, and then bow all the way forward. On your next inhale, sweep your arms to the sky and bring it into heart center, Tadasana. On your next inhale, sweep your arms to the sky, swan dive to the ground, halfway lift with the flat back, plant your hands, step back into your plank position, come halfway down Chaturanga, come up into your upward facing dog, and then step back into downward facing dog. We'll take one more breath here. When you're ready, your left leg sweeps to the sky, bend your knee, open your hips into a delicious hip opener. And then step your left foot to the top of your mat, bring your right knee to the ground, sweep your arms to the sky, Anjaneyasana. Feel nice and tall here. Make sure your core is engaged with a nice tall spine. When you're ready, reframe that front foot with your hands and straighten that front leg. Some nice hamstring stretch. And then rebend that front knee, sweep your hands to the sky, cactus your arms, puff your chest to the sky for your slight back bend. And then bring your hands to frame your front foot, come back into your 4-point position, straighten your legs, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Take 2 deep breaths here. Make sure your spine is nice and long. See if you can bring your heels closer to the ground. On your next inhale, we'll step our right foot to the top of your mat. Left foot will cycle through a vinyasa. Halfway lift. And then bow all the way forward. Sweep your arms to the sky and bring them into heart center. Take 1 breath here. Exhale. On your next inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale, swan dive all the way to the ground. Come halfway up. Plant your hands, step back into a plank position. Come halfway down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. And now we'll build. Sweep your right foot all the way to the sky. Bend your knee, open up your hips. Oh, let that feel good. And then step your right foot to the top of your mat. This time keep your left leg straight. Sweep your arms to the sky, high Anjane. Now here is where you might want to use your blocks. Place them on the outside of your front foot as you straighten your front leg, pyramid. Bring your torso towards your front thigh. And re-bend that front knee and we'll pulse. Exhale, straighten that leg. Inhale, re-bend that front knee. Exhale, straighten. One more time, re-bend that front knee. Exhale, straighten. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Remove those blocks if you have them. Plant your hands to the ground. Sweep your right foot all the way to the sky. Bring your right knee to your left elbow and then kick that right leg all the way outside of your left hand. Open up your chest and bring your left fingertips to the sky. Fall in triangle. When you're ready, bring that left hand back down. Sweep your right leg all the way back down into your downward facing dog. And we'll step our right foot to the top of your mat. Step your left foot to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. And bow all the way forward. Sweep your arms to the sky. And bring it into heart center. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Swan dive all the way to the ground. Halfway lift with the flat back. Plant your hands, step back into your plank position. Come halfway down. Straighten those arms, upward facing dog. And step back into your downward facing dog. Make sure you can see your feet in this position. And they're about hip width apart. Take one more breath here. On your next inhale, sweep your left leg all the way to the sky. Bend your knee, open up that hip. And then step that left foot to the top of your mat. Keep your right leg straight, sweep your arms to the sky, high Anjaneyasana. Again, you might want to use your blocks here. Place them outside your front foot as you straighten that front leg. And we'll pulse a few times. On an inhale, bend that knee. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Inhale, bend the front knee. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend that front knee. Exhale, straighten that leg, and we'll stay here for a few breaths. Bring your torso towards your left thigh as much as you can, and breathe. Remove those blocks if you have them. Place your hands on the ground and sweep your left leg all the way to the sky, just three-legged dog position. Bring your left knee to your right elbow and then kick it outside your right hand. Open your chest and bring your right fingertips to the sky. Fall in triangle. when you're ready, bring that right hand back into the floor. Step your left foot into downward facing dog. On your next inhale, step your right foot to the top of your mat. Your left foot follows. Come halfway up and then bow all the way forward. Sweep your arms to the sky and bring it into heart center. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Swan dive all the way to the ground. Halfway lift with a flat back. Plant your hands and step back into your plank position. Come halfway down, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And step back into downward facing dog. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. When you're ready, we'll step both our feet to the top of the mat, as wide as the mat, so quite wide. Your toes are slightly turned out, and then you drop your hips all the way to the ground. Here you might want to sit on a block if you've got it. Your hands are at your heart center, Malasana. We'll take a few breaths here. Remove that block if you're sitting on one, and then step your left leg all the way to the back of your mat. Your right foot stays as it is. Drop your left knee to the ground and stay upright. Or if you feel comfortable, you can bring your forearms to the ground, lizard pose. Take a few minutes to breathe here. And then come back up if your forearms were on the ground. Shimmy your right foot so that it's directly behind your left hand. Drop your right knee and come down so that your right hip meets the ground. And this is your pigeon pose. Stay upright for a few breaths here. And then when you're ready, bow all the way forward. Take 2 breaths here. Beautiful. Come back up. Tuck your left toe, straighten that leg, bring your hips to the sky, and sweep your right leg all the way to the sky. Bend your right knee and open up that hip here. Hip yawn. Bring that right foot back down into your downward facing dog. Step your right foot and your left foot to the top of your mat width. Drop your hips back into your Malasana position. deep breath in here. Exhale. Plant your hands to the ground. This time your right leg steps all the way to the back of your mat. Drop your right knee to the ground. Lizard position. Now you might want to stay upright or drop your forearms to the ground if that feels good. A few deep breaths here. Come back up if your forearms have dropped to the ground, and then shimmy your left foot to the right side of the mat. Drop your left knee and your left hip to the ground. Pigeon pose. Stay upright for a breath here. And then bow all the way forward. Few breaths here. Come upright here. Tuck your right toes, straighten that leg's hips to the sky. Sweep your left leg all the way to the sky. Bend that left knee, open that hip into your hip yawn. And then place your left foot back down into your downward facing dog. Step your right foot to the top of the mat, and then your left foot meets it. Bend your knee, hips to the ground, and then come all the way down into a seated position. Straighten those legs in front of you, Dandasana position. On your next inhale, bend your left knee, bring it outside your right knee. Your left hand comes behind you, right arm shoots to the sky, and place it outside your left knee into your twisted Ardha Matsyendrasana. Inhale. See if you can twist any deeper. Beautiful. Reverse that twist for one breath. Come back into center. Straighten that left leg into your Dandasana. This time, bend your right knee, place it outside your left leg. Your right hand comes behind you, left hand comes to the sky, and you place that left elbow outside your right knee to twist. Look behind you. On your next inhale, see if you can twist any deeper. Reverse that twist for one breath. Come back into center, straighten that front leg. And we'll bring our legs into a butterfly position. So your feet are pressed against one another and you're in a diamond position with your legs. Straighten your torso, straight spine, your head to the ground. Straighten your torso, straight spine, hinge forward, any amount. We'll stay here for a few deep breaths. And come back up. When you're ready, we'll lie all the way back onto the mat with our head on the ground. Bring your left knee to stack directly on top of your right knee. Make sure both shoulders are on the ground for your last twist. And bring your arms out wide or in a cactus position. Deep breath here. One more breath. Great. Now bring both your knees to the left-hand side. Both knees stack on top of one another into your final twist on the other side. Inhale. Exhale. Now bring your knees into center, straighten both your legs, and just let your feet flop open. Bring your hands beside you with your palms facing up. Close down your eyes, Savasana. open the eyes when you're ready. Take a long, deep breath here. Exhale. Slowly come up into a seated position. Your legs crossed. Hands to your chest. The light in me sees the light in you. Namaste.